Hi everyone, this is Josh with Josh Wright Piano TV. Today is a special episode. I guess it's a little celebration of sorts for the very minimal accomplishment of reaching 10,000 views on YouTube. But I wanted to kind of present something that's been on my mind today. This isn't really in response to anybody's requests, but this is something that I want to present because if you can start thinking about these things in the appropriate pieces, you will be able to experience a whole different level of playing. This is something that I am always thinking about, and it's about tone quality and sound production and color. So I really want to focus on that color aspect, and your tone quality and sound production are going to follow in its footsteps. So I'm going to demonstrate with a piece I've just started to bring back. It's Jadot by Ravel, which means the fountain. So this is very colorful, and I'm just going to demonstrate with the first couple of lines. I was working on this with a student the other day, and I want to get the point across to everybody watching these videos who really has a keen interest to improve on their technique and to improve on their overall musicianship, that piano is an obsession with detail. It's not just getting the notes down, it's not just playing the rhythms right. This concept is quite deep, and it really gets you thinking, and I actually find that to be the most rewarding process. When you're really delving deeper into concepts, you're really delving deep into the sound production, and I notice a lot of students don't grasp this concept at first, and then when they do, their playing transforms quickly. It's a quick transformation because they start applying it everywhere, and their practice, rather than being a bore or some kind of chore or just something that, you know, I have to get my 30 minutes in for today, you know, you'll find yourself doing 2 hours of practice or 4 hours of practice effortlessly because of this concept. And it's just experimentation with sound and really figuring out different ways to hold your hand to get it to produce the most warm, rich sound, whether it's a big section or whether it's just delicate. This is the Mendelssohn Serious Variations, both of these examples. Just to get that warm sound, or if you, again, if you want. Still, we have a nice rich sound right there. It's not pounding, but it's also not weak and pathetic sounding. So I'm going to experiment here with the Jadot. Okay, so this is just the piece to introduce it. So that just gives a little taste. Anybody wanting an awesome recording right from YouTube is Martha Argerich's Jadot. And the way you spell it is J-E-U-X space D''E-A-U. So it's a really, it's a French word, so it's kind of complicated to know. I had to be taught how to say it. So anyway, okay, how can we go about making the color more effective? You know, we don't want just this. As a great teacher that I recently did some lessons with said, that would just be a really primitive way of thinking about it. And that's what I want people to be focusing on in their playing is this primitive or is this refined? And the more you start thinking about it, the more obsessed you get with just the small details. And obsession not in a bad way. A lot of people, when I say obsessed, they immediately think, oh no, that means that you block everything out of your life, and I think that's actually the definition. I'm talking about an obsession like more of determination and just this relentless motivation to get it, and without any inhibitions, not thinking, oh, I'm not that good, I can't get it. You know, because I remember when I was a little boy, I would just look at older people that were playing, not like adults necessarily, but even just teenagers that were much more accomplished than me. And rather than saying, oh, they're so much better, let me just do my 30 minutes a day, hopefully I'll get there one day, I thought, what are they doing to get that sound? And I just was so curious, and I would just sit at home and I remember, it was so funny, when I started learning the Beethoven 4th Concerto, I can't remember exactly how it goes, but let's just take a B flat major. Murray Pariah played this passage, and it was just so beautiful and effortless, and I just said, how is he doing that? And I literally spent an hour experimenting on that one measure, saying, how does he hold his hand? How must he do it? And we have so much technology today to help us. So I want to just show you a few ways that can help this sound production and the balance, and take tiny sections and master them, then go on to the next section. See how I'm holding my hand? I'm using natural motion. This is primitive motion. I miss notes too. Use your arm. Now let's add the left hand. The left hand is just this warm, fuzzy light, like just kind of sparkling off the water. How can I get that more effective? Just until each little detail is mastered. Holding your hand just close, pulling back on the keys. Take those keys, choose them, decide in your hand, I'm gonna, and then just a completely soft wrist. Same thing for Ravel's Ondine. Think about the color in your pieces. Think about mastering the sound perfectly, and think about every single little detail, and be relentless about it. And I guarantee your practicing will become a quest. It will become something, it will become a journey rather than a drudgery. It will be something that you enjoy doing. I would just like to thank everyone for all their support. This has been a great project, and I'm going to continue this. I'm having such a good time doing it. If anybody has questions, email me at josh@joshwrightpiano.com, and I'd be happy to do a video on any question you might have. Thanks for joining me today.